What's good? What's good? I am back. Yours truly, the one and only Paul Pickett. This is the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka the Common Sense Podcast, aka Triple P, your source for music, sports, news, politics, world events, and more. Don't forget my podcast is sponsored by Promo Palace LLC at promopalace.biz. If you need online marketing promotions for your brand, your music, your product, go to promopalace.biz. Also, if you're a dog lover, cat lover, or animal rights activist, you like t-shirts, hoodies, check out newlitter.com, New Litter Apparel. We also got dog bandanas as well. Sorry about that. Ooh. And mouth is a little dry. Also, for Shizzle, I got a shout out. Just Add Ice, Dizzle, dizzlebrand.com. Check them out. Do your Dizzle, dizzlebrand.com. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and more. Dizzlebrand.com. And don't forget the audio version of my podcast goes to Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon, Odyssey, Castbox, Deezer, iHeartPlayer FM, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Stitcher, TuneIn, and more. This is episode 60, and this is week 2. I missed the game, but I'm going to get into my predictions for this week. Week 2, Paul Pickett Podcast predictions. First game, we got the Patriots versus the Jets. Man. Both the Patriots and the Jets had close games last week. I'm going to go with the Patriots over the Jets on this one. Patriots for the first win of the season. We got Denver versus Jacksonville. Denver played pretty good last week. I'm going to go Denver over Jacksonville. And this is going to be a bit like, hopefully this is a bounce back game, though, for Trevor Lawrence. And he does a lot better. But I still got Denver over Jacksonville because, Trevor Lawrence got to play another tough defense. Buffalo versus Miami. Buffalo lost last week. Miami won. Both of these teams are good teams, but I'm going to go with Buffalo in this one over Miami. 49ers versus the Eagles. I know everybody's saying, they're thinking like the Eagles is going to ball out because of what they did game 1 against the Falcons, who look like they could be one of the worst teams in the league. I'm going to go 49ers over the Eagles easily. Chargers versus the Colts. I'm going Chargers over the Colts. I'm not convinced. This is the thing. Like, Carson Wentz had an MVP-like season before he got hurt. But this happens with a lot of athletes. A lot of athletes can have one breakout season where they're just phenomenal. Isaiah Thomas in basketball. This thing happens. Sometimes people have this one breakout season where they're just phenomenal, but that's the best season they have, and they don't never do that again. So I'm not really convinced Carson Wentz and the Colts are going to be all that great. I got Chargers over the Colts. Raiders versus Pittsburgh. Woo. I'm going Raiders. Pittsburgh looked pretty good, but I think Ben Roethlisberger, this is his last year. I think last season towards the end he kind of fell off. I'm going Raiders over Pittsburgh. Bengals versus Chicago. I'm going the Bengals over Chicago. Houston, Texas versus the Browns. I'm going the Browns. Saints versus Carolina. Oh, man. See, this is the thing. I can't, even though I'm a North Carolinian, I can't pick teams based off of biasness. I look like a fool if I go off of biasness because I'm going to pick a lot of losses. But I don't know. I'm going to go Carolina over the Saints. Jameis Winston did good. He balled out, but I don't know. I'm going to go Carolina over the Saints because we got to have some upsets here. We got Minnesota versus Arizona. I'm going Arizona over Minnesota. Then we got Atlanta versus Tampa Bay. Do I really got to pick a team on that one? Do I really got to say my pick? Tampa Bay Bucks for sure. We got Tennessee versus Seattle. Tennessee didn't look too good last week. They looked pretty, but I'm gonna have Tennessee bouncing back. Tennessee over. I'm gonna pick Tennessee over Seattle. Tennessee bouncing back. Julio Jones having a good game. Derrick Henry having a good game. Yeah, I'm gonna go Tennessee over Seattle. We got Cowboys versus the Chargers. Hold up, did I do this game wrong earlier? Oh, my bad. It was the Rams versus Indiana, and I still got the Rams over Indiana. Rams over Indiana. Los Angeles Rams over Indiana. Okay, I thought I said Chargers. I keep forgetting that it's two LAT. So we got the Chargers versus what did I just see it? Chargers versus Dallas. Oh man, Chargers versus Dallas. Or Dallas versus the Chargers. I'm gonna go Chargers over Dallas. Kansas City and Baltimore. I'm going Kansas City. Detroit and Green Bay. I'm going Green Bay. And of course, Washington beat New York. New York is now 0-2. Washington is 1-1. They won. What was the score? Let's see the score. The score was 30. Looks like. Hold up. 30-29. They won by a point. And Daniel Jones played one of the best games of his career. Last, I think, 4 games out of 7, no turnovers. But the Giants' season is pretty much over. They're 0-2 to start the division. Washington's 1-1. I mean, if Cowboys lose this game, Washington is clearly in. Washington and Eagles are like, at the top of the division. But yeah, that's my picks. I don't see a lot of major upsets. I got New England over the Jets, Broncos over the Jaguars, Bills over the Dolphins, 49ers over the Eagles. I got Rams over the Colts, Raiders over Steelers, Bengals over the Bears, Cleveland over the Texans, going Panthers over Saints, Cardinals over Vikings, Buccaneers over the Falcons, Titans over the Seahawks. Going Chargers over the Cowboys, Chiefs over the Ravens, Packers over the Lions. And that's my picks for week 2. Of course, I'm probably going to be wrong with a bunch of picks again. I mean, it's hard to really predict, this season so far, man. There was a lot of week wins that I was wrong on, a lot of upsets, a lot of... I didn't expect Tennessee to play so bad in week 1. That's why I expected them to bounce back. They just got Julio Jones. I mean, they can't play that bad. Come on, man. Stop. All right, but that's my picks for week 2. This is the Paul Pickett Podcast. It's episode 60 on a nice, lazy Sunday day. Don't forget, the podcast is sponsored by Promo Palace LLC at promopalace.biz. New Litter Apparel, newlitter.com, and Dizzle. Just add ice. Do your Dizzle, dizzlebrand.com. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and more. As well, check out the recipes on dizzlebrand.com. Don't forget to hit that like, that share. Please comment, good or bad, ugly, whatever it is. Also, please hit that click now, subscribe button in that right-hand corner. Don't forget the audio version of my podcast goes to Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon, Odyssey, Castbox, Deezer, iHeart, Player FM, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Stitcher, TuneIn, and more. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the Paul Pickett Podcast, a.k.a. the Common Sense Podcast, a.k.a. Triple P, your source for sports, music, politics, world events, news, and more. Thank you for tuning in. Peace, and I'm out.